And that's a doctor. Bummer. How fat of a contract for Faze to get you in the quote-unquote new roster? They would never pick me up because they have a whole persona going. I think they're trying to do like a sidemen type thing now. Also, I'm pretty sure Faze doesn't like pay a ton of money to its creators. I feel like pretty sure I've heard that like in the past for a lot of their creator contracts, they usually pay them very little or nothing, and instead claim that like the exposure that like their creators will get from being in Faze will like pay for itself. So yeah, no thanks. I need that money if I'm gonna be on an org. Thanks Fabian and Irakli. Or Rad Dad Chad. Sorry, didn't look at the YouTube chat for a second. Start your own org? No. Gaming orgs are a horrible investment 99% of the time. No, I'd rather put all my money into real estate.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I still with Luminosity? Nope. No, they let go all of their Warzone creators a while ago. Months ago.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
No. Grip update? What do you mean, Magoda boy?
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Ow! See how you hold your mouse? It's I use like a relaxed claw / fingertip grip.
Gas is inbound.
Oh my god, I'm stuck, bro. I got stuck on the fucking railing. Bro, JoeWo? Are you sniping me, bruh? Jay? Do most orgs even really have a lot of relevancy if you're a well-established independent creator? Yeah, typically though, if an org signs like a really big creator, they're usually signing them to like use them for like sponsorship deals that like the org will get. Like the org won't sign that creator to like help give them exposure because like they don't really need it and they won't really get any. It would be more so to like help get the org's own brand deals where they, you know, when they're like negotiating with companies, they can be like, yeah, if you sign a deal with us, we can have creators A, B, and C on our org, you know, promote your company through these deliverables. It'd be like that sort of thing. Because that's what I did with LG. Like, Luminosity didn't like give me any exposure or like give me more viewers or anything. They basically just paid me a salary, but then I would do like sponsored streams for like certain things. You're the funniest streamer. Love your humor. I'm not that funny, but thank you. So it doesn't really make sense for the creator? No, it does, because like I said, like you can usually get like a guaranteed like monthly salary from that org. But the thing is, when someone like myself signs a deal with an org, where like the org pays you, you know, X amount of dollars per month, the thing is the org will they'll take certain categories and have exclusivity over that. So like for instance, say I don't have an energy drink sponsor myself, but like Luminosity, like one of Luminosity's big sponsors is like G Fuel, or we'll just say Monster in this case. Luminosity might offer to pay me $5,000 a month to be a part of their organization, but in the contract they will have exclusivity over the energy drink category. So that means that when I join that org, I'm not allowed to go out and get my own independent sponsorship deal with an energy drink company. I would have to rep like G Fuel, or sorry, like Monster, while I'm a part of Luminosity. And so you kind of like when you're negotiating a contract with an org, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons. Like you have to think like, oh, this org's going to pay me $5,000 a month, but the thing is, I won't be able to get my own energy drink sponsorship on my own. So like, if I do that, am I losing out on potentially getting $8,000 a month if I got my own energy drink sponsorship deal? So like you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons, or those are things that you like negotiate with the org. You might be like, oh, I'll join your org, and you can have like you can have the peripherals category, and you can have food delivery category, but I want to keep control of like the energy drink category. So like that's where you like go back and forth with them and determine like what categories that you'll give them versus you keeping. So basically, ultimately, for a creator my size, joining an org can be a good thing because it can be like a guaranteed like monthly payment that you get. But you would just have to find the right deal to where like you're not giving away too much in like categories. Like, I would love to be on another org right now, but the thing is, Warzone is in such a terrible spot, and the viewership for Warzone is just so dog shit that, like, no org wants to sign a Warzone creator. So.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Can't really blame them. Sorry, that was a lot of talking, but I feel like almost every one of you probably never knew how like org contracts are like structured around like a content creator. So hopefully that gives you some insight as to like how it's made, how it's done.
You got gas moving in.
He's selfing, he's selfing, he's selfing, he's selfing. Yeah, yeet! Hey, I can hold this guy out actually.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
Bro, this... Dude! This lag is insane. Bro, what the fudge? How does it work with the categories? You said giving too many categories away? So like I was saying, whenever you're negotiating a contract with like an esports organization, they will want to have what's called exclusivity over certain categories of like brands, because like that org might have their own sponsors in those categories, or they might be planning on getting sponsors in those categories. So like I mentioned, one example of a category would be like energy drinks. Another example of a category would be like food delivery companies like Postmates, you know, Uber Eats, etc. So when you're negotiating a contract, you might give up exclusivity of some of those categories. Like you might tell them they can have the energy drink category, but you might want to keep other certain categories because like you know that you can get your own individual sponsorship within that category. So you just have to determine like what's fair between you and the org, and yeah. Like for instance, if you're about to sign an org, if you're like a big creator where like if you know that you have a very good chance of getting like your own individual sponsorship with like an energy drink company and like a chair company, say you're pretty confident that you could get like a sponsorship with those two categories for like 12K a month. You don't want to sign a contract with an org where they have control of both of those categories and the org only pays you like 5K a month, because then in theory you'd be losing out on like 7,000 per month if you had gotten just your own individual sponsorships with those categories. So you kind of have to like, you have to know which categories that you would be able to like get a sponsorship on your own in, and you'd have to determine like what a fair pay would be for the org to take control of those categories. Do I have a monster discount code? I don't. I wish I did for you guys.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you pull them down. Gas is moving.
Bro, I feel like this guy's a thermal. I don't know, the way he's like smoking himself. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he had a thermal. A little rat bitch, bro.
Copy your mark. Order strike inbound. Four remaining.
How was Faze able to drop all those people if they were under contract?
Safe zone relocated.
Because the shitty thing about esports org contracts, or just like gaming org contracts, is that in pretty much every single gaming org contract, there's always a clause in there where they can drop you at any moment's notice. Like for instance, like my LG contract was for,
You're losing ground.
I think my LG contract was for 16 months, but there's a clause in there where like I was guaranteed to get paid for at least 5 months. So like if LG picked me up and then dropped me like 2 months later, they would have had to pay me at least 3 more months worth of the salary. But like the thing is, after those 5 months, they could have dropped me at any moment, and they wouldn't have had to pay me anything.
All targets eliminated.
So there's usually some sort of clause in like org contracts where they can just drop you at any moment.
Shadow 1 is inbound for extraction. Visual on your mark. Hold on tight.